Humans have certainly come a long way from the primal cavemen we once were to the technologically advanced mammals we are now. But there still remain tribes spread across different parts of the world that are yet to experience this type of evolution. Here are 10 tribes that never evolved. Before we begin the video, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit that bell so you never miss a video. Let's jump right into it. Number 10. The Surma tribe. The Surma tribe in Ethiopia have found ways to avoid outside contact with the modern world for centuries, and they still do so today. They are recognized by Westerners by their giant lip plugs. They live in groups of a few hundred, and their way of life revolves around cattle ranching. During the period of colonization and world wars, they wanted nothing to do with the local government. In the early 1980s, a few Russian doctors made contact with the Surma people and even sat down to try and have conversations with them. The tribesmen thought the doctors were dead people who were mysteriously walking around because of their white skin color, which they were unfamiliar with. The Surma tribe is a collection of 3 ethnic groups: Chai, Tamanga, and Suri Bale, all of which reside in southwestern Ethiopia. The Surma tribe believe in the sky god named Tumu, and they also believe in spirits and diviners and in rainmaking. Number 9. The Ruk people. Located in Vietnam, the Ruk people are a sub-ethnic group found within the Chut people. They were first encountered by North Vietnamese soldiers during the Vietnam War. The war brought about a major large-scale bombing of isolated regions. After one particular enormous American bombing, the North Vietnamese soldiers were surprised to see a group of native tribesmen emerge from the jungle. This was the first time the Ruk people came into contact with any form of technologically advanced people. Since then, the government has made a number of failed attempts to relocate them. The Ruk people are estimated to be around 414 strong and are hunters who live in caves. They are also known to conduct some shamanistic rituals that are supposed to allow them to control animals. Number 8. The HUAORANI people. The HUAORANI people, or the Waidani people, who are also known as the Wao, are Native Amerindians from the Amazonian region of Ecuador. An alternative name given to the HUAORANI people is Auca, which means savage. About 4,000 people are found within this tribe, and they speak the HUAORANI language. Their homeland is approximately 120 miles wide, making it easily threatened by oil exploration and illegal logging practices. But the HUAORANI people have been able to protect their culture and land from both indigenous enemies and settlers. In the past couple of years, they have shifted from hunting and gathering societies to living mostly in permanent settlements. To the HUAORANI people, there is no difference between the physical and spiritual realms, and the whole world is just a very big forest. Number 7. The PIAROA tribe. The PIAROA tribe is an indigenous group of people who live in the Middle Orinoco Basin in Venezuela and in an area that is roughly the size of Belgium. Their present-day population is estimated to be around 14,000, with about 500 people living on the left side of the Orinoco River in Colombia. The traditional PIAROA settlement pattern is interfluvial, dispersed, and semi-nomadic. Communities consist of a single communal house, the isode. A traditional styled house has a conical or rectangular wooden pole frame completely covered with palm leaf thatching from crest to ground level. The average household ranges from 5 to 60 people, comprising a simple nuclear unit or a large extended family, sometimes even up to 4 generations. House membership always varies because of the long periods spent visiting relatives in other communities and the constantly shifting allegiances among families and individuals. The PIAROA tribe's religion involves shamans and is centered around a god named Wahari, who incarnated as Tapir. They survive by hunting, fishing, raising cattle, collecting vines, and also growing agricultural produce, like cassava. Number 6. CARABAYO. The Carabayos are a group of uncontacted people who live in 3 longhouses in the Amazonas department of the Colombian Amazon rainforest, which is near the border of Brazil. The houses they live in are called malocas, and they share the protected national park with the Pasay and Jumana people. In the last 400 to 500 years, the Carabayo people have had some contact with the outside world. all of which have resulted in violent attacks by slave traders and rubber extractors. This has caused them to further retreat from the outside world and to isolate themselves even more. In December 2011, a decree was signed, which guaranteed the CARABAYO people the right to voluntary isolation, their traditional territories, and reparations if they faced any form of violence from outsiders. Number 5. AYOREO TOTOBIEGOSODE. Popularly known as the AYOREO people, they are an indigenous group of people of the Gran Chaco. They live in an area spanning both Paraguay and Bolivia. There are approximately 5,600 AYOREOs in total. Approximately 3,000 of them live in Bolivia and 2,600 live in Paraguay. The AYOREO people are traditionally nomadic hunters. The majority of the population has been slenderized by missionaries in the 20th century. The remaining tribes are still isolated from the outside world and are constantly threatened by deforestation and the loss of territories. After coming into contact with the outside world for an extended period of time, the AYOREO people decided to return to their ancestral land so that they can lead a traditional lifestyle. In Bolivia, they are represented by an organization called CANOB, which defends the self-isolation of this tribe. Number 4. KAWAHIVA. They are an uncontacted indigenous tribe who live near the city of Colniza in Mato Grosso in the northern part of Brazil. They have remained unevolved throughout the years, mainly because they are usually on the move and have little contact with outsiders. They are only known by the physical evidence they leave behind, such as arrows, baskets, and sleeping mats. They use a primitive spinning wheel to make string and make nets from tree bark. They rely on hunting and fishing for their food. Knowledge of their existence only came to light in 1999. Their survival has been threatened by deforestation, illegal logging, and attempts to kill or enslave them. The tribe's land has been put under local protection since 2001, and by 2012, the land was turned into an official reservation. Number 3. Sentinelese. Known as the Sentinel and Northern Sentinel Islanders, they are a tribe of indigenous people who inhabit the Northern Sentinel Island in the Bay of Bengal in India. The Sentinelese people are one of the 6 natives of the Andaman and Nicobar Islands. They have consistently refused any interaction with the outside world. They are hostile to outsiders and have even killed people who approached their island. The Sentinelese are hunter-gatherers, and they use bows and arrows to hunt terrestrial wildlife and catch local seafood. They are believed to eat mostly mollusks. Some of their practices have not evolved beyond those of the Stone Age. They're not even known to engage in any form of agriculture. Number 2. Toromona. They are the indigenous people of Bolivia, have remained uncontacted, and live near the upper Madidi and Heath rivers in northwestern Bolivia. The Toromona tribe is so highly isolated that the only major sighting of them dates back to the early 1990s, when Spaniards who were in search of a secret called Paititi, an alleged hiding place of the Inca's biggest treasure, made contact with them. The only recent attempt to locate the Toromona tribe was made by Norwegian biologist Lars Hafskjold, who searched exhaustively for the Toromona tribe. He became famous for his disappearance somewhere in the region of the Madidi Park in 1997. On August 15, 2006, Bolivia's administration declared a portion of the Madidi National Park exclusive in order to protect the Toromona tribe. Number 1. The JARAWAS. They are an indigenous tribe of people living on the Andaman Island in India. They live in parts of South Andaman and Middle Andaman Island, and their population is estimated to be 200 to 400 individuals. Over the years, they have shunned interaction with outsiders. Since most of their cultures and traditions are poorly understood, contact between JARAWAS and outsiders are few and far between. They survive mainly on fishing, foraging, and hunting animals, which make up the bulk of their diet. Food preparation is mainly done by roasting, baking, and boiling, but the Jarawa are also known to consume their food raw. The Indian government has taken several steps to protect this tribe by banning outsiders from encroaching on their land so that they can live peacefully in isolation. All of these tribes continue to live peacefully and are isolated from the outside world. But with the increased rate of deforestation, this might not be the case for much longer. There you have it, guys. 10 tribes that never evolved. Do you think it's time for these tribes to come out of isolation and fully embrace the outside world? Share your thoughts with us in the comment section below. As always, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our channel so that you never miss a video. See you next time!